folks. We're back. We're back again. Special guest Ian Carmel, all the way from Portland.
Hey, gang.
No, we're just kidding. It's a different Ian. It's Ian.
It's a much gayer Ian.
It's
Hello.
Ian Salmon, all the way from D.C.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Flew upstream to
Ian
get here.
Salmon. He had that bit about Chinese drivers. What was it?
I don't know.
He sucked.
You know, they bad. They bad. My favorite joke of his was he's like, yeah, you know, I mean, I use my patois sometimes. You know, there's certain situations where I have to use my patois, and it's like, what do you mean use your? You just don't have an accent. You know, it's like a weird character that you're doing. Use your patois. What's up, Bumba Clots? Stars?
It's Ian Fidance.
You'll notice I'm
Just
using
so everyone
my patois
knows.
right now.
Bumba Clot.
Dude, we're doing the intro. It's called a cold open.
Yeah, you fuck. Get off your phone, bitch.
I'm not on my phone.
He's on his phone looking at
I'm on my
cold
phone.
open
I'm on my phone.
Wikipedia right now. We didn't even know what it is. You ever watch Family Matters?
Yeah, once or
They
twice.
did plenty of cold opens.
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
they pretty much pioneered the format, which isn't true at all. In fact,
Cheers did it.
Perfect Strangers did. You know,
Cheers had a good one always.
Family Matters was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers.
No, really? It was Winslow?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Winslow was the cop?
It was a spin-off. That was the more successful spin-off than the original show.
Interesting.
Perfect Strangers was the original, then Family Matters happened.
Is that the one with Balky?
A spin-off
Yeah.
of what?
Perfect Strangers,
Perfect
bitch, with
Strangers.
Balky. Ian Fidance.
Carl Winslow was in Perfect Strangers?
Yeah.
No, it
What
was
if
a
Perfect
spin-off
Strangers was a spin-off of Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, because Reginald Val Johnson was every cop in the 80s.
He's a homosexual man.
Yeah,
isn't he?
well, your name can't be Vel Johnson. Yeah, do you mean Del Johnson? No, I don't. It's Vel like velvet.
It's Val.
Bitch,
Don't
I'm
act
Carl
like you don't know.
Winslow. Don't you know who I am? I'm Carl Winslow. Just him pitching a fit at Long John Silver's. I need my velvet lunch. Just all days.
Well, like, velvet.
With that gay black guy thing, but they always sound like they got a cold. Where you gonna come over? How come you don't come over no more? You used to come over all the time, but I ain't see you in weeks.
Fuck, they all sound like that.
Luther was gay too, right? Who?
Vandross?
Vandross.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
his dad,
Gay.
dude.
He
His
was
dad
not
used
gay.
to dance
He
together.
never came out.
Really?
Was he?
Yeah,
He never came out because he
they
did
danced
gospel.
together. That's his like most famous song. Dance with my father.
No, it's not.
Dude, what do you think dance means? First of all, every song
Suck
is a
dick.
euphemism for fucking. Every
Right.
single
True.
song in existence.
True.
Right.
With the exception, actually,
The Hokey
of
Pokey.
Nookie by Limp Bizkit.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually about the
Iran
global
Contra.
financial crisis. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about bubbles.
Wasn't also Uncle Phil gay?
Yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Was every fat black TV
Uncle Phil's
dad
gay?
Uncle
I think
Phil
so.
and Carl Winslow used to fuck behind.
Where's that,
That would be
spin-off show?
awesome. I would love to watch them fuck,
Oh
dude.
my God, Carl!
Them living in a house
come
together?
over here right now,
don't know if I can come over right now.
Carl.
Good bit.
You came early.
Great.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
You got the
There it
raise
is.
Yeah,
and you got
Urkel-
the sexuality.
Urkel in a
wasn't
gimp
gay.
suit.
You know, and Urkel wasn't gay because he made them create that Stefan character.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know we've
This
talked
has
about
come
it.
up quite a
Urkel
bit.
made them create
Yeah,
Stefan.
shut up, Ian. We're not
Urkel.
talking about that. Well, listen back to old cum towns if you want to talk about it.
I've
Yeah, I'll
seen
get right on it.
4 shows in my life. I've seen Family Matters. I've seen Perfect Strangers.
Fresh Prince.
I've seen 7 Days, and I've seen
What's 7 Days?
Burn
Seven
Notice.
Heaven.
7 Days was a TV show on UPN's primetime lineup in the late 90s about a time machine that could only go back 7 days in the past. So, like, you know, they'd go Anthony
Cumia. Jesselnick.
Nah, LaFaglia or
Anthony Ladixuclia.
Oh, the dude that was in
He's the brother. He's the brother.
Empire Records.
He's the brother of Jonathan LaPaglia or some shit.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Lepag.
Yeah. There's 3 of them. I don't
Who
know.
the fuck is Jonathan
He's some
LaPaglia?
fucking. He's a character actor, but he's the most famous of these 3 brothers. They're all
Okay.
actors. But the second, the Stephen Baldwin, or
Gotcha.
maybe the Billy Baldwin of the LaPaglia family. or
Sure,
whatever.
Billy's second most, right?
I don't know. After Alec, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got you, buddy.
Wish we could go back.
I
in
told
time
you I
and
know
not hear
those
that
guys.
story.
You can fucking leave.
Ian, this is first of all. Are you really opening yourself up to that, Ian?
Yeah.
You
No,
want
I
us
like
to be
it.
ruthless to you?
I like
you
it.
fucking piece of shit.
I need an ally on this podcast.
First of all, Ian, to our anti-Semitic fans, Ian, though he looks Jewish, is not. So you don't
Yeah.
have to hate
Bit of
him.
a Dickfield situation, but only in the face.
Not in the tattoos, certainly.
Yeah.
Ian's dumbass has a Phillies logo tattooed on his fucking calf.
Big fan, and it's a shin.
A shin tattoo.
To stop, shins and calves are both. When
Basically one landmass.
When your fucking ham hock leg just terminates in a shoe indefinitely.
I have very
You don't
defined
have-
lower legs, thank you. I have the best calves in the game. Please check out @StaviBaby to see my beautiful calf definition. Ian also today just fresh off a butterfly tattoo on his thigh.
That's right.
That is actually
I
true.
didn't finish the story about 7 days and what the show's about.
Okay.
Ian, we tell people about shows that they might want to get into on this podcast. Everybody's previewing shows that are coming out. I'm previewing shit you might have missed or not even fucking know about. Like 7 Days with the LaPaglia brothers. Y'all, you guys know LaPaglia brothers. They grew up on, down on Strubert.
Struber.
Yeah,
I know these guys that are
He
brothers.
went to...
I know these brothers named De Guglielmo.
Oh, yeah. That's
No,
Those are their
is that
last
real?
names. Yeah.
The Guglielmo.
The Guglielmo. You know, it's the Guglielmo brothers.
What kind of dog Tanisha want? She want that Guglielmo.
Yeah.
I live by an Italian gang called the Giglio Boys.
The Giglio.
Yeah, they have a club.
The ideal Italian last name would be if you put a bunch of marbles in your mouth and just exhaled while shaking your head back and forth. That's what they want.
The Guglielmo.
They want you. Here's how you come up. You take a straw, you put it in a cup of olive oil, and you start blowing. That's how you get a good Italian surname. Yeah.
All right, 7 days, buddy.
Yeah. So it's a time machine that only goes back 7 days at a time. So that creates,
Sure.
endless
Interesting.
opportunities.
Endless
Yeah.
possibilities.
And for whatever reason, it's always like, we waited 6.5 days to tell you this.
Yeah.
But you have to go back and, save the president. Sentinel, that was another part of the UPN lineup.
Jesus Christ.
These are all good shows.
Did you watch?
You're not saying shit.
Did you watch
You're not fucking
DS9?
saying shit, dude. We just already did one, but now we're doing 2 episodes a night.
Did you watch DS9?
A little bit, not
Dick Suck
really.
9?
That's actually the best Star Trek, but
It's the best one. Black Captain
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know
He
what?
said, if Trayvon was my son, they'd look the same. That's what he said.
Yeah, that came from
came from Deep Space Nine.
Deep Suck 9.
Yeah,
Dick Suck
Odo
9,
shot
Dick
an
Suck 9.
unarmed teenager, and Cisco had to, balance his love of order on the space station with his, respect for his community, people from Planet Blackulon.
Black shit.
Because
Cool
Planet
shit.
actually, in
Blackulon.
Star Trek,
Black
black
shit.
people are from a different planet. It's called a different world.
Deep Space Deep Space Nine was actually not a ship. It was a station that was
Yeah.
on the other side of a wormhole.
Interesting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is that the story? It's on outside of a wormhole.
I've never
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
a single
in
Star Wars
in
Star
a
Trek.
deep space
Yeah.
kind of scenario.
No, we mentioned that because Odo on that show, I know that he sleeps in like a bucket. He just turns back into cum.
Oh yeah, because he's a
right.
yeah.
yeah,
He's a shapeshifter. Or whatever.
yeah.
Voyager, worst one, female captain.
Voyager
Oh, we
was
have
the
talked-
worst
I
one.
remember
That's
this
the
now.
only Star Trek I've actually watched a lot of because
That's the
be
one
part
with
of
the
that.
girl with the big titties.
That was part of the
was that
UPN.
UPN?
Yeah, it was part of the UPM line.
Was
like,
DS9
primetime lineup.
UPN too?
It was, but it had a different time slot. So like I would watch.
They were on at the same time?
No, it was on like earlier in the night. For whatever reason, I just never. It was all on in syndication on UPN.
There's a
Right.
new one coming up.
I never watched any of that Enterprise show because that looked really bad.
Wait, you're talking about Next Generation?
No, there was a show called Enterprise. It was like the last.
Enterprise Rent a Car.
Yeah, good job.
I never saw that.
I have a friend
This
who's
is a very Robin Williams moment.
oh Enterprise Rent a Car.
Oh, Enterprise!
Oh, Enterprise,
like
Rent a
a
Car,
contest.
get a car,
Oh,
get a
enter,
car,
like,
Toyota
into a
Corolla,
homosexual.
Listen, I got a pretty good story about my friend who's a manager in training at an Enterprise Rent a Car
Yeah.
in Baltimore. He texted This guy we fucking grew up with. He's
A manager
an
in training is just a manager that wears diapers.
idiot. He's got a fucking.
They do
he's
everything
got
a manager
purple-
does, but he shits himself.
Just a fucking
learning.
a shirt tucked into a diaper with a tie.
I'm still learning. Walking around like a toddler. He's got a security blanket he's dragging behind him.
He texted my friend Pete, and he was like, "Hey Pete, are you voting?" And it's like literally we haven't talked to this guy for years, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm voting for Hillary. And he's like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write in Harambe. Like he texted him
To tell him a joke?
Yeah.
a joke from fucking 8 weeks ago.
This guy sounds like he rules.
He sucks, dude. He fucking.
I'm gonna write in, dude, you're getting Adele, dude.
He used to.
Remember when that guy got arrested for having weed and everyone's like, I can't.
Yeah, the dude I got a
How
Dell
dare
guy.
you besmirch the Dell name with illegal drugs? Oh, I wish we'd done the Seventh Heaven thing on this episode. That would have tied in well. Just if he had been publicly scolded by the dad from 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Man, I am so tired. Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
7-Eleven. When you're an Indian family and the dad is a pastor, it's mostly the same show. But the joke here is that they're Indian.
I cannot believe I used to smoke a marijuana. Just doing callbacks to the other episode.
It's really no thought went into this sketch at all. 7-Eleven.
Oh, do, do, do.
Taquitos from 4 weeks ago.
Fuck, man. We did a pretty good prank on Adam. He was showing us a hot girl on Instagram before this, and we went through and liked a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, she's
From a long
definitely
time
gonna
ago.
call me back.
Specifically one of a man's pubic
One
hair.
was just a man's pubes.
Yeah, she's.
Adam was like, check out this the hottest girl I've ever fucked.
Yeah, I like that you can't show like a woman's tits on Instagram. But like you could show the top of a man's penis.
The top is fine, dude.
Yeah,
Wait, is that the top or the bottom?
zone? What?
Yo, that's like a good riddle.
Ooh.
Like, what's
It's the neck.
what's the top when it's soft, but the bottom when it's hard? And if you answer
pretty
wrong,
obvious.
the Sphinx will kill you.
It's the top of a dick.
First of all, what
Yeah.
goes soft and hard? That's the dick is the only thing.
Ice cream.
It wouldn't be. You wouldn't describe it as hard.
Ice cream doesn't get
That's what I
hard.
love. Is nice hard. Let me get a good hard scoop ice cream.
I would chip my tooth on that ice cream.
Yeah, a popsicle. That's hard ice cream. What if you were too stupid to know the difference between popsicles and ice cream? So you always like bit into popsicles, and you're like, god damn it! I wish I could learn.
Well, what if?
I wish I could learn the difference between these two things.
That was actually a.
You knew that you couldn't learn. You understood that they were two different things, but you couldn't make that final smaller connection.
That leap.
That's a good ass hypothetical. I got a nice hypothetical for us that might ease us into some fun Ian Fidance stories.
Oh yeah. By the way, our guest tonight is Ian Fidance, not Ian Salmon, not Ian Carmel, both other comedians, but Ian Fidance, one of the 3 Ians of comedy.
That's right.
The other
You
one
guys
is
should go on
Michael
a
Ian
tour.
Black, who isn't even a real Ian.
That's not a real
It's
Ian.
fake
Yeah.
Ian.
Fuck no.
He followed me for a grand total of like 20 minutes on Twitter. So fuck him.
I feel like that
him.
happens to you.
It happened with a
sometimes.
couple people.
Yeah.
Mark
People like,
Shkreli
"What's
followed
this
me for
about?"
literally 10 seconds.
Why?
I don't know.
Is he like a creep that follows you and then unfollows so you'll follow?
Maybe.
No, he was probably just looking at something Nick was making fun of him for,
Who was this?
and accidentally clicked on
I'm actually
follow.
pro Martin Shkreli.
I am too.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
First
He's
of
the
all,
guy that bought the AIDS medicine
And then
and
jacked
made
up
it
the
so that it
price. Yeah,
gives
yeah.
you AIDS.
Yeah.
He jacked up the
Yeah.
price, and half of the doses give you AIDS. But the other half cure fast
Capitalism,
as
bro.
hell.
Yeah. Did we talk about how I mentioned this? I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but so the deer hunter.
yeah.
the-
About how it wasn't a Vietnam movie.
Did I say that on the
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah, I think
yeah,
you
we
did.
talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Well,
And
was
then we
it?
talked about whether we would fuck Meryl Streep or not.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
we all would.
100%.
Of course.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ian. Thank you for weighing in, buddy.
Yeah,
Here's a riddle I've been asking a bunch of people.
Riddle me this.
It's not even a riddle, it's a choice. If you could pick, you have to have sex with either a trans woman with a penis but she's hot, or
So Bailey J.
yes, Bailey. Basically, the thing is Bailey J or Buck Angel.
Oh,
you have to fuck. You have to
Oh,
fuck.
Bailey J. That's
Of course,
Bailey J in a
right?
heartbart, yeah.
I
Bailey
mean,
J.
Uh-oh.
We went over this, and I said I'm a man of principle, so it would have to be Buck Angel.
Oh, we did go over this on the pod, or just in life?
I think so. I mean, the Lord dictates that your choice has to be Buck Angel.
That's a woman.
It is.
I don't care if she looks like
You're
Stone
still
Cold
fucking
Steve
a
Austin.
pussy. If you don't look,
that's a woman.
If you don't touch any of the rest of it, it's still a real vagina.
God, just picturing you fucking her with your arms. That was funny. If the listener at home, I did a funny
Yeah.
body thing.
It was a
Yeah,
good,
that's
it's
how
a
I
good
do
act
it. While you fags are over there, balls
their
deep
dick.
in a boy's ass, I guess. A grown boy.
I don't know about you guys, but I watched the trans show all weekend, so I'm feeling
trans
extra woke.
What trans show?
Transparent.
Drag race.
Transparent.
Oh, we were laughing about kissing the poster for Transparent in the subway.
In the subway,
Of
like
Jeffrey Tambor and like all the other trans people just going up and like passionately kissing it for how brave it, how brave it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love that they couldn't just get a fucking actual old trans woman to play that role. They just like, all right, let's get a man in
well,
a
they
fucking
have
wig.
a lot of real trans people in the show now.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
I'm sure that was maybe a
But
complaint.
I'm sure Tambor looks so not trans in comparison. It's the I Am Sam conundrum.
right.
no,
right.
he does it good. He does good.
You think so?
Yeah, he does good at being trans.
Does good
Yeah,
trans
no,
face.
putting an actual person with Down syndrome next to Sean Penn and I Am Sam
Oh yeah.
was the worst casting decision
It's night and day.
of all time. It should have been Giovanni Ribisi, Clint Howard, and I don't know, who's another good retarded guy?
Terrence Howard.
Terrence,
sure,
little
Terrence
dick
Howard.
ass Terrence Howard.
Yeah, micro penis Terrence Howard. That would have been perfect.
He has
You
a
know,
retarded dick.
The Howard Theater in D.C. is actually named after Terrence Howard's penis.
It is.
That's crazy.
It's a historic landmark.
Hustle and flow. The hustle actually refers to how hard it is for him to flow, to piss, because of how small his
as
dick
small
is.
as urethra.
Yeah,
It mists out
yeah.
yeah.
like one of those fucking zoo.
There's actually a
things.
deleted scene in Crash when the cop goes to touch his dick, and then the cop's like horrified, and that's when he stops being racist because he didn't realize that a black
Crash
man
sucks
could have.
so much.
He didn't realize
dick.
a black man could have such a small dick, and then he's like, "I'm not racist anymore."
I do think that would do a lot for racism if we just saw a slideshow of very small black dicks.
No, but see, that's not fair because that's the thing that they get. You can never take that away from them.
Yeah.
You would. I have
Well,
no
also in
interest
just
in ever
being-
taking away big dicks from black guys or sports, athleticism and huge dicks. Like they get that,
Or
right?
being cooler.
like cooler.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be fucked up to try and take that away.
I just think
The way you do it is you show an Asian guy with a huge dick, but he's like trying to do math.
so you
he's
make
trying
it
to measure it,
positive.
and he's like, "What's 8.5 and 9? I'm bad at math." That's how, then they hand him a
That would really
violin,
blow
and he
some
raises
minds,
it.
dude. Yeah.
That's how we're doing a movie called Crash 2,
Yo, we should try and
directed
do-
by the new cast of Mad TV.
Dude, can we write a sequel to Crash 2 where we
Yeah.
try and solve racism?
But you hire one guy that thinks he's writing the sequel to the David Cronenberg Crash.
Oh, that's the best. That movie is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, all
Have
of
we talked-
Cronenberg's
never
is.
saw
You
it.
man, I was thinking
We
about
talked about it on the pod,
how
right?
fucking good Eastern Promises is. The other
Oh,
night.
it's so good.
that's such a good movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
seen
Vigo's great.
And up until the naked fighting scene, pretty bad movie. And then just you see Vigo
Kicks it in high
just
gear.
kicking some
Flopping
ass.
around.
You just hear
I love a nice
sacks
floppy
slapping against
cock.
thighs.
Yeah,
oh
just
boy,
sacks against
Feet on
thighs.
the tile.
Feet.
Have you
No,
ever
I'm
fought
just
naked?
kidding.
Have you ever fought naked?
Wrestled naked.
You have?
No.
Oh, we were waiting for you to come in with a great story there.
No, I
Yeah.
never fought
Ian,
naked.
do you podcast much?
Yeah.
This is like an intimidating
Yeah,
experience for you to be on one of the
You're-
most successful podcasts in New York City.
You
It's
are
the
the-
next big thing. Someone said to me.
in the
Who said that?
Anthony Cumia
Who
Studios.
the fuck said that?
Someone's wife said that to me.
Whose wife?
No, A friend who listens to the podcast. Probably it was a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, friend of the show, D Guerreros. Great photographer. Check her out. She likes the show. Shouts out D. Second episode, she got one. Ian, what is the weirdest thing you've done naked then?
The weirdest thing I've done naked?
Yeah. Besides sex with a man, probably. Boom, because he's gay.
That was a good one. Great job. Weirdest
What
thing
we
I've
need
ever...
is air horn sound effects for the podcast.
Was that an air horn?
Yeah.
Weirdest thing I've ever done naked? I don't know, man.
Or just some embarrassing anecdote. Tell us. We brought you on here to embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
For our listeners' amusement.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. One time, a hooker stole my...
Now we're talking. Now we're getting there, baby.
Stole my cell phone and Metro card. Because we were doing coke in the upstairs of a deli in K-Town.
You were doing coke with a hooker?
Yeah.
That's very generous.
This motherfucker rents hookers for companionship.
Yeah, well, I didn't rent her. We just found each other on the street.
Oh, nice.
And I was trying to get the skinny on, like, what happened in her life to make her the way she was, but she was just like, give me more coke.
You were trying to solve her problems?
Yeah. We were, like, splitting a 40.
Okay.
And, I passed out upstairs, and when I awoke, a lot of my possessions were gone.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy that a hooker would rob you.
I know. I thought better of her.
This is not the first time you've been robbed by a hooker. The only time, is it?
No, that was the only... Well, I mean, if you consider the fact that I always lose money whenever you get a hooker. But, yeah, I found her on Backpage.
Oh, nice.
To try to get my money back.
Oh, you found her on Backpage?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I found her on Backpage. I went to a payphone and I called her and I was like, hello, do you do in-calls to Brooklyn? She was like, yes, I could be there in 2 hours. I was like, okay. Angela, this is Ian. Did you steal my cell phone? Remember me. I was like, I thought about trying to get her to come to Brooklyn and then I'd confront her, but I just did it.
Yeah, and then her pimp breaks your legs.
Yeah, dude, a lot of them don't have pimps.
Really?
Independence.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're independent
Good for
workers.
them.
She's an INDE.
Do you know what that means?
Did you ever get your money back?
No. And I saw her on the street like a couple months. I was drinking at the time, and then I got sober, and I saw her on the street, and we talked, and dude, she looked like she was missing like a bunch of teeth and everything.
God.
She was like, nah, honey, I never found your phone. I was like, all right,
God.
thanks, Angela.
Was she ugly?
She'd been beaten by, time, and
I don't think so, Tim.
So you weren't soliciting her, you were just hanging out.
I was just hanging out with her. Yeah.
You're just hanging out.
Just hanging out with a hooker
Yeah,
at
nice.
8 a.m. in
When you do
K-Town.
cocaine, a lot of the times you want to lock the gates and WTF it out and just talk about life, childhood, where you came from, what racket your father was in. What are all these cats doing? What am I doing here? What's going on?
For the listeners at home, I apologize. I was trying to get the soundboard to work, and I just for the screeching noise.
Oh, was there a big screeching?
Well, I got this home improvement soundboard that I was trying to get.
Oh,
get
fuck. We need to get that installed.
Yeah, I know,
baby.
but
I don't think so, Tim.
so you.
That's good.
But it doesn't. When I put the mic up to it, it doesn't play.
I don't think so, Tim.
Or maybe it does a little bit.
Maybe just a very small
Yeah,
amount.
I can't hear it.
That was
I
one
don't
of the
know.
first stand-up tapes I ever had. Tim Allen.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
On
Mom
tape?
got it for me at Sears.
What were
Sears.
some of his
Damn.
good bits?
Dude,
Do you
he
remember
hit this
anything?
bit.
Who remembers Sears? Have you been watching any of the new South Park?
Yes.
Yeah, the member berries.
Is it good?
Remember Ghostbusters?
It's good. It's a little like there's a bitterness to it now because that like their politics, it feels kind of so
Yeah, they're
isolated in
libertarians.
comedy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. It's still funny, but a lot of it's like, here's the joke, you fucking faggots.
Yeah.
There's like sort of an anger to it that wasn't there before.
I
but
feel
it's
like-
still very funny.
Yeah.
I feel like they're very good at what they do, but it's sort of it hit a peak maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, the
5 or
national
6 years
anthem
ago.
episode was very funny.
Yeah.
Everyone leaving at the beginning.
No
There it
one's
is.
gonna be able to hear that. Dude.
I just farted.
Yeah.
in the
Also,
mic.
dude,
smell
I
the
did that once. I
microphone.
once farted in a microphone, and then I pulled the microphone up, and I just caught the fart. It
because
was,
you
like,
had
caught in
shitted
there.
all over the mic.
No, I didn't shit in the microphone. I
shitted.
farted the
Yeah.
gas.
I've always wanted to be able to do that on stage as a punchline, but I've never had that. And being able to have my pants fall down
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be
on
awesome.
command.
You get SNL.
Yeah.
You get SNL.
If
no
you
props.
if you could build some contraption that made your pants fall down, you'd be like, and another thing, you take these trains everywhere, but where the hell are we going, folks? And then your pants just fall down.
Yeah.
That would be a hilarious.
And you
bit.
start pissing too.
Yeah, you start pissing and shitting yourself.
Become incontinent.
You are watching Mad TV.
I
Give us
love.
the show. Hashtag give
the
fire
Cowboys.
everyone on Mad TV. Hashtag give the show to Adam and Nick and Stav. Hashtag let's redo Mad TV but with different people.
Let's get it viral, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get this shit
Hashtag
viral.
make sure everybody at Warner Brothers knows, if it's still Warner Brothers, the CW or whatever, fire all of them and give the show to the companies.
Hashtag bitch.
Hashtag.
We know viral marketing around here.
Yeah. So
Have you watched that John Oliver show?
which one? The
Last-
Colbert
last
Report?
week.
In general,
The
or like
Daily
a
Show?
specific
Last
one.
week.
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah. Last week tonight.
Yeah, I watched it when it premiered and it was very funny.
It's good.
But it's the comedy. It's like it's the kind of comedy where I respect the joke writing, but it's not. Doesn't make me laugh.
Exactly.
You know.
But he does that punchline format, and it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Where he's like,
That's like
hashtag Trump 2016.
Yeah.
Hashtag,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just drives. It's like, come
it's
on.
you can see it's the kind of jokes that I think if I wrote them, I would be like, that's a good joke.
Yeah.
But it does feel very like going through the motions sort of thing.
Right.
But they actually do. Like
They do their job. They put an effort forward, and it's like,
right,
yeah.
and they make legitimately good.
They make
it's
valid points.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
that's
if
another
you're
problem
a
to
joke
me.
writer, it's not going to be as funny to you because it just looks like somebody doing their job well on a technical level,
right.
which is it's kind of an unfair criticism.
because yeah, that's
to
what
be
you're
like,
supposed
yeah,
to do.
great job, you know? but
actually,
they
great
do
job.
make
Yeah,
things easy to swallow for people that aren't involved,
Right.
Or
like jizz, like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
like
the
jizz
big
is
jizz
for you.
would be easy
Like
yeah.
men's jizz
Whereas
is
the
easy to
Daily Show
swallow.
is unwatchable. It's fucking,
yeah.
it's garbage.
completely.
Yeah,
With the new guy, he never got it together.
I don't think so.
Trevor.
Yeah,
I like him because he's
Trayvon.
You almost said
from my
Trayvon.
country.
yeah. I feel like with anything that's like topical, you're fighting against like the collective strength of the internet, where
Right.
they write those jokes immediately. I mean, we made a joke on the podcast earlier tonight when you were like, "Oh, it looks like Daquan already did that." I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Yeah. Oh,
And I could have easily just tweeted it, but now that I fucked up and recorded it, like, it's
Whatever.
not-
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to delete it or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like that's the kind of shit where if you had a TV show, no
Right.
matter how quick your fucking turnaround is, it takes zero effort to sit on Twitter and make all those jokes immediately.
Right.
So the people that consume that kind of shit and they're like, oh, this is great. Like my dad will like fucking email me and be like, did you hear what fucking Jon Stewart said about Trump? And I'm like, no, I don't need to. I don't
Yeah.
need that you transcribed all of this into your work email. Like, think of
The
something you're
worst
doing
for a
right
while.
now.
For a while, my dad would go on summaries of Real Time with Bill Maher that lasted longer than an episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. I believe it was a 90-minute show. My dad would be on the phone. I'd be like, "It's been 2 hours, Dad. I need to go. I need to go. I need to go." And then he said that Arabs are bad too.
Yeah, my dad. my
He's not
dad sent
afraid
me like
to say it.
a 5-paragraph email today. In all fairness, I was emailing him about woodworking shit, which is kind of like a reverse obnoxious, the role switching
Right,
thing.
right.
And then he sent me like a 5-paragraph email about something on Colbert that he saw like months ago, and like. I'm sure if I had seen it, I would have been like, "Oh, that's pretty funny."
right.
But to have you transcribe the thing
Yeah,
from your
you
fucking
just-
memory and send it to me, I just don't know how to respond to it. And I
Send
feel
a link.
because he's trying to engage with me on some level.
I can't. I have no fucking ability to engage with my father. He's a fucking Greek man.
Yeah.
We have nothing in common culturally whatsoever. The only time the last time I hugged my father is when Greece got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, or maybe it was the 16th round. It wasn't even the quarterfinals, but that's the
Round of
only time we
16.
connect emotionally.
I love those. We don't.
You
have to
should
start
tell him.
talking
You know what
about
you should
soccer.
do is you should next time you see him, tell your dad you're gay, and he'll get very angry. But
You'll
you
get a
stop.
hug.
Hold
You
on.
guys will have
He
something to
stops
talk
speaking to you, and then just don't talk to him for like 6 months, and then you call him up, and you're like, "Dad, I'm not gay anymore. I I worked on it, and like it took a lot of work.
I
but
never had sex with a man.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
I only
And he'll be
talk.
so happy. He'll be so happy that you'll have a relationship.
Yeah.
That's a good point, dude.
And then he'll kiss you right on the lips.
and then we'll suck
In
each other's
classic
cocks.
Greek style.
Classic.
That's so funny.
Greek.
There's a comic named Basil
Yeah.
who he would just do Greek American jokes, like jokes specifically for Greeks.
Yeah.
And that no joke was a big chunk of his. Was what do you do when you date an American girl, then your grandma doesn't like her? Bring a gay guy home and say, I'm gay. She'll be so happy you're not gay, she won't care it's an American girl. That was a legit bit. That was a legit bit of his that he would do for like 7 minutes. It was awesome, man.
That's
Wow.
hilarious. There was a
Basil,
guy,
look
there was
him
a
up.
guy named Basil White in D.C. that was like an old wiseacres guy.
Who is that? I've heard that name before.
He sucked. He sucked dick, dude. He was one of those fucking old, like, wiseacres pieces of shit. He would, like, sit on the stool. He looked like a big, fat fucking owl. And he would read his shitty one-liners out of his fucking stupid moleskin.
Ugh.
And he was, like, clever. So all the fucking...
Was it puns?
All the wiseacres hacks would just be like, oh, fuck, that's so good,
Right,
you know.
right,
And he
right.
would like lick his finger and turn the page
Ugh.
and read his
And like
fucking shitty
smile
joke.
Riley.
Yeah, the last time I checked, he was fucking teaching comedy in like the back of a fucking Clarion Inn or some shit. You know, I hated that guy so much. One time we were friendly enough that I'd talk to him or whatever. But he told this story one time about like an obnoxious child in line behind him at like Burger King or something. Never mind, this is an obese man. So, a 6'3", 400-pound man complaining about something at Burger King. You've already lost your audience,
Right.
especially
There's
if you're
no
talking to
sympathy.
me.
You have
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
sympathy. Yeah.
And he is like, yes, and there was this. You know, he was like very similar to that character actor Shaddix, Glenn Shaddix.
You know every character actor.
He was the gay guy that was like the home buying assistant, not the real estate agent, but the assistant in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
That guy.
Yup.
That was him.
Okay.
He was like the
Okay.
same guy or whatever.
Okay.
So,
He looks like Jonas Barnes.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Jonas has a similar thing. So this guy, he's like a big tall snob, and he's like talking about this obnoxious child in line behind him at Burger King, and he's like, and you should just hear the sound a child produces when you shift just 400 pounds to 1 foot that's directly above theirs.
What?
He's talking about stepping on a child's foot and like deliberately hurting a child.
400 pounds?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was a fucking big fat dumbass, dude.
His joke was about hurting a child.
Yeah. No, this wasn't a joke. This is just something he said to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His website now just redirects to his Facebook page.
Any good pics?
So he's
Yeah.
doing well.
Followed by 38 people.
Nice.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can... I'm trying to find some of his one-liners. Keep talking for a second.
Okay. Ian, tell another hooker story. Adam, you only get jerked off by Chinese whores, right?
I only paid for sex work twice, and I discussed them both on the
You
podcast.
discussed both?
What?
You discussed both?
Yeah, the Russian woman with braces.
Right.
And the sex
In Israel.
necklace.
Were
in
these just
Israel.
hand jobs?
No, I got a condom blowjob the first time when I was 18, and then when I was 29 years old a couple months ago, I got a hand job in Chinatown. And let me tell you something. The second one, she was very good at doing that.
There's a spot in like 28th and Lex, and they get very angry when you do not have enough money to pay at the end. They are not happy, and I told them I would give their business cards to my friends, and that is not an
Wait, you got
acceptable
jerked
form
off
of
and you didn't have
currency.
money for it?
I had just enough to pay a modest tip. And, when I left, they were like, "Next time, bring more money." I was like, "Okay, goodbye, see you."
Here's one of his stand-up shots.
this.
Oh,
I
from
got
Basil
here.
White.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why sometimes my audio editor pastes audio by pasting it at the cursor point, and sometimes it replaces the audio I've selected. I found an option in Tracks Preferences called Editing Clips Can Move Other Clips that at least allows me to paste the audio that's in the clipboard. And now you know how I feel when you won't shut up about World of Warcraft.
Oh no!
Now, all fairness, I'm a guy that doesn't like this guy, and I'm fucking like quoting his jokes that he's put up, on the internet. But I mean, I tried to do it justice, and that's the kind of, it's this long drawn out thing, and it's supposed to be a derailment joke, and it's like, I get it. You don't like people who, first of all, who the fuck is going off about World of Warcraft?
Yeah, who are you hanging out with?
What year was
Never.
this? 2015.
Never have I had to listen to someone talk about World of Warcraft. The extent of any interaction I've had with anybody about World of Warcraft is like, hey, do you play World of Warcraft? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the end of it.
No one's holding you hostage with World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
So
I'm
this guy-
surrounded by all these people that won't shut the fuck up about World of
Wow,
Warcraft.
it sounds like
So
Guantanamo.
this guy is still doing stand-up?
Yeah, I think he teaches comedy. I would feel bad talking shit about him until the comedy teaching thing. And he was also kind of a snob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those fucking shitty open mic snobs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we were talking about some pretty good hooker stuff over here. You've never fucked a hooker, right, Nicholas?
No, I'm morally opposed to that.
Unless it was Buck Angel.
No, I was forced to at gunpoint.
I'm holding the gun and I'm beating off, watching you fuck him.
Yeah.
Her,
I like
whatever.
in those situations they just assume you wouldn't rather die.
Yeah.
What if I was like, man, I'm fucking this close to killing myself anyway. If you give me an easy out, an ultimatum, that's all I need.
What if they just shoot your dick off and make you live?
Oh fuck! And then you become Buck Angel. And they hold a gun to someone else's head. And they gotta fuck you. And you're like, please don't. They're like, shut up, Buck Angel. This isn't about you anymore. And that's what hell is, dude. That's literally what the ninth circle of hell is.
You either fuck Buck Angel or you live long enough to see yourself become Buck Angel.
For some reason, I just see Buck
Why don't you
Angel.
come
I just
down to this-
picture that they've got just a stinky pussy.
Yeah, it probably smells like fucking motor oil.
No, it doesn't have she doesn't.
He
He doesn't have a stinky pussy, but I think he probably has an engorged clitoris from doing steroids and testosterone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Apparently, when you do testosterone, your clitoris like grows to like a child's penis.
Yeah, but when if
Does
if
it
you-
taste
So
the
does that
same?
make you a pedophile if you suck China's clit?
China, yeah, right. Have you
R.I.P.
seen China's clit's like
Yeah.
3 inches.
Show some respect,
and a
guys.
necrophiliac.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Joni Lawler.
I saw that one night in China sex tape.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way,
With
I beat off
X-Pac.
to that as well.
You look kind of like X-Pac a little bit.
Oh,
No, he
thank
does
you.
not.
A little bit.
I met X-Pac.
Sean
Where?
Walton.
Yeah.
Oh man, her pussy, her clit looks weird.
Whose?
China's.
Yeah, you didn't see that picture of me and X-Pac?
Oh, that's right. Where was that?
Race
Radio
Wars.
or something? Oh, Race Wars.
Yeah. They had me on to do like a bit or whatever, and Sean Waltman thought I was a real guy. He didn't get the bit.
What was the bit?
That I was transracial. It was like right when the Dolezal thing happened. And I was like, explaining. Well, I was actually a student of transracial studies at the Granola College of the Mountains in upstate Vermont.
That's a good bit.
Yeah. I thought it was a good bit.
That's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
I was saying, it's like one of my friends, he always knew he was black growing up, even though he grew up white, because he just always sort of identified as like a black kid. Like, when everybody wanted to play with toys, he would like, obviously didn't want the toys that the other white kids wanted, or they'd play Monopoly and everyone's picking, the race car or the dog, and he always just wanted to play as the dice. So speaking of long setups,
That's some payoff. Yeah.
check out the smash hit comedy as me on Race Wars. But anyways, I didn't put that on a fucking, now I'm defending myself.
yeah.
Now I'm defending myself against
met Basil
Harrison
White or
Andrew.
whatever. Yeah.
It's just, we're hearing my own inner
We're just gonna
monologue.
leave.
Yeah. Fuck you, I'm not the same as him. Just in the mirror.
You just see him in the
I'm a
reflection.
good comic, putting on makeup for some reason. I'm in a fucking... I made a difference in the fucking comedy world. I got podcasts that people listen to. Basil White doesn't have a Patreon.
I did a series of stand-up shots earlier in my stand-up career, but I just all put like it was like pictures of me holding microphones, but like not necessarily in stand-up circumstances. Like I was at my friend's wedding and stuff, giving a speech, and
I saw one of those. That was funny.
Yeah, I put all Cat Williams jokes over pictures of me doing stand-up. It was all right.
Not bad.
Me and Lowenoption were doing Dan Ninen stand-up shots.
Oh, hell
who's that? Who?
Dan Ninen, baby.
Let me see if I can find him.
Find a good one, dude. Everyone here knows about Dan Ninen, correct? Ian, do you know this guy? Oh, Dan's great.
Dan Ninen is a
like I've heard the name
100%
before.
clean corporate comedian.
He would just lie about, like, the way he got a lot of his work was he, like...
He had a
What's the story?
URL that was one letter different from Russell Peters.
Yeah, he spelled Russell Peters with, like, one L or two L, whichever's the wrong way.
And it was like a clone of his website, so whenever there was a booking request, he'd say, like, oh, Russell is booked, but we do
No
have his
way.
opener, Dan Ninen.
No.
Yes. He'd get himself gigs that way. Make a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking sociopath. And he, like...
What?
Yeah.
For how long would he do this?
I mean,
for
that's-
years. I mean, he's still living
he's
that
still
way.
doing that
He's
shit,
got a
dude.
Tesla.
He's like... he always talks about how rich he is,
worth
dude.
it.
He
He's so
hit, like, a
rich.
reporter. What's that story?
What?
He like fucking punched a reporter at the DC Improv. It was like, what, Nick? Do you know about Ninen? Give us the fucking.
This guy's great.
Yeah, he punched. I mean, Ninen's
We've never
just
actually
fucking,
discussed Ninen on the podcast.
because he's fucking boring.
He's like a
dude.
lunatic,
And he's
though,
like,
right?
he's a fucking.
Yeah.
He sucks. He's just a shitty fucking comic that And then if you mention him, I've told he'll somehow hear this.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he's been like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's has an assistant he's paying to listen to every fucking podcast, so he can put me on his email list. I've had him like redirected to my spam folder for years, but I'll pull it up now. I'll go
He
through my
wrote
Gmail.
Mark Maron a letter about why he never got a WTF.
He offered Mark Maron $5,000
Yeah.
to do what the fucking Mark wouldn't have him on.
And he's like, I make so much more money than you. You're nothing. I'm wealthy.
That's
I'm a
hilarious.
businessman.
He tried to pay him to do WTF.
Yeah, look,
Jesus
Dan Ninen, he
Christ.
changed his name to, JL Colvin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So JL like fucked with him at one point. So Dan's display name on Google now is Colvin Fan.
Ugh.
And we're
You
all
got 'em.
like, yeah. So me, Josh Homer, Rob Mayer, Joe Robinson, JL Colvin, we're all on like this
His
enemies list. And he sends us pictures of him on airplanes, eating this weird
He's really
meal.
into the Acela
He's eating,
Club.
he's eating like we're supposed to be jealous of this this bagel and his 2% milk, fucking dry granola. Oh, he's got some Hawks here too. Oh, this is great, Dan. I'm so jealous of your fucking your iPad. Wow, you got to be such a fucking celebrity to have an iPad. Ooh, and it's got a silicone case on it too. Oh, if he drops that thing, he doesn't have to worry about it. I wish I was as rich as Dan Ninen.
Kill
It's time
yourself.
to fucking.
Dan Ninen, there's a New York Times article, I believe, about people who buy Twitter followers. And he's like, yeah, I bought like 100,000 or 200,000 Twitter followers. It's great for my brand. And there's also a video where he gets people to endorse his comedy, and he like ran up to Obama at an event, and Obama's like, Dan Ninen's very funny. And then there's like a clip of
He's got a clip of Obama saying he's funny.
and Steve
Yeah.
Wozniak.
It's really funny.
Steve Wozniak from Apple. He's like, Dan Ninen is good.
Nah, this is the body. This is the body of that email.
Delaware once.
In this email, he writes, absolutely obliterated at a corporate event last night. Sold $370 worth of merch. Now on the way to a private gig at a multi-million-dollar mansion in New Jersey. Eating a sumptuous breakfast in first class and admiring JL's empty calendar. Oh, yeah, that's the picture on the iPad. Is JL's schedule on his website. I mean, he's like, a step away from just petting a cat and fucking cackling while he's doing this shit. He's an insane person.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
awesome. How do we get on him? Were we talking about anything specific?
Adam brought him up. Adam
Oh.
said, let's talk about him. I said,
No.
let's not. And Adam
No, you brought
changed
up
the subject.
Oh no, you're
brought
doing the
up
thing with you and
Lotchefin.
Lone Fachin.
your friend Loffichin.
Lone Offchin.
No, we were talking about stand-up shots. So I was trying to find them.
Oh yeah, where you did the half Indian whatever shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we never talked about Irwin's Irwin's awesome jokes. If you're half Jewish and half, that was his like joke
Well,
format.
Dan's classic bit as you know, is a half Indian, half Japanese bit, where he's like, I'm half Indian, half Japanese, so I get my sushi at 7-Eleven. You know, it's like
One time he was bragging about like
guy deserves
someone
all
got
the
into it
success.
and he's like, "Sorry, but I'm on my way to a private birthday to perform at a
for a
private birthday."
dentist's son.
Yeah, for a doctor's daughter, and I photoshopped him into like an 8-year-old's birthday party, just in the background while they're cutting the cake.
What a
Oh, what a
fucking-
legend. I want to. Can we get like a Domian or someone that's really good at impressions to just do a phone WTF with him? We're like, yeah, it's Mark.
That
Mark.
would be awesome.
Hey, Dan, it's Mark. I want to talk.
You think he would fall for it though? No.
I don't know. Maybe he's not
also-
dumb.
I could do impressions. I'll call him up as like,
Jack Lemmon.
"Whoa, it's me. Hey, here I am. It's Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, I can't get no Dan Linen on my podcast. Why not? I got no Dan Linen. No Dan Linen at all. Hey."
We should do a Rodney Dangerfield podcast. Like
We
what
should
his
do a
podcast would've
Rodney
been.
Dangerfield
Oh, hey,
episode.
okay, hey, whoa.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, I get no respect.
He was depressive, right, and a drunk.
Yeah, I was.
Why, Rodney? Why were you so depressed?
I just had a
I think-
hard life.
Yeah, you sound like Dracula. dude.
now I'm like, now I'm a fucking
I had
vampire
the
rabbi.
Hard for me.
He's terrible.
no respect.
I get no res-
blood.
I get no respect.
I can't. I wish I could do impressions.
You're good at impressions.
I can
Shut
do
the
the
fuck
hack
up.
impressions.
You
I
get a
can't
couple
do
good
any.
ones. No, you got a couple good ones.
The Jack Lemmon one's really good.
good.
I feel like anybody can do that.
Who? I can't.
Everybody.
Do Jack Lemmon.
I had him right there, Sandy.
What you do, Shelley, is you get him right there. You get him real good. I had him there. You should have seen him. I had him right there on the fucking line. I fucked him. I told you what I did. I fucked him.
Can someone do Walter Matthau?
No, I can't.
No, probably not.
Bonehead.
No, that's bad.
Dennis. I don't even remember what Walter.
Dennis.
Matthau
You're a
did.
menace.
Yeah, that's his best movie. Is Dennis the Menace.
Quit being a menace.
Wilson. This is an impression podcast.
I can't wait for like the
This is
gritty
behind
reboot.
the impressionist studio, where we try and figure out impressions of people. I thought I had Michael Shannon one day in the car. I was like doing him for like an hour, and I got it, and then I lost it.
Michael Shannon.
I'm going to kill Superman. Yeah, I had like a close.
That's not
We
like
have to kill Superman.
We have to kill Superman.
No, that's Bill Cosby. I'm going to kill Superman. I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I did it. I said I'm going to kill Superman. It was a long fucking drive.
You're good at Stone Cold.
No, I'm not. I can't do Stone Cold.
Remember when we were Jake and Blake that day? We just kept. What?
Yeah, why don't you come on down here in the ring and I'll dick you down?
Why don't you come
Why
on
don't you
down?
come dick me off down here in the ring?
Why don't you step up in? Why don't you step up in this ring? I'm gonna dick you down. I'm gonna dick you up.
I'll tell you what, you can come down in this ring right now and I'll dick you off.
I'll dick you up. I'll dick you down.
I'll dick you up, down, dick you off, dick it in you, dick it every which way from Sunday, pal. You hear that, partner?
Why don't you step down in this ring and get dicked down?
I mean, that was really funny because you were saying dicking somebody
No,
off.
we did
Dicking
Stone
off.
Cold. We were
Why would you
doing it funny.
dick me off?
I'll dick you off.
That is great.
Yeah.
Woo! Top
Felix,
notch.
Felix, you do
motherfucking
impressions?
quality
You do impressions?
podcasting.
My roommate does impressions. Felix of Chapo Trap House.
Yeah.
In the Anthony Cumia Studios, coming home with groceries. Where he lives, in the Anthony Cumia Studio.
Way to ask Felix a day where we already have another guest, Adam, by the way.
Yeah, you fucking
Ian, do you
idiot.
do impressions?
Felix is going to his room in the Anthony Cumia Studios now.
Adam asked me again.
Do you do impressions?
I don't know, Manny Penny.
That's the worst Sean Connery I've ever heard.
Was one of the worst things.
That's
And he asked,
complete garbage.
and then he asked for the setup again.
for the rewind. You asked for the wind up. And you smacked that out of the park, baby. You smacked it out of the park.
I'll tell you one thing, Manny Penny.
Why is her name Manny Petty?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
I'll tell you this.
If you want to do
Wouldn't
a
that-
good Sean Connery impression.
Wouldn't that be a good name for like a gossipy like beauty parlor? Man, he petty.
That's fucking retarded.
Man, he petty.
No, it would
I
not.
think they dropped you on your head.
That's not bad. You're almost good at impressions.
Yeah, almost. But see,
You're
I never.
close.
I don't want to sit around doing them. To
You're-
get good.
You got
I'm
to.
one of those guys that could be really good at a thing, but he isn't.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good one of those guys.
Thanks.
It's
What's
good.
wrong with my Sean Connery? I
That's
think
a good
that
one.
one's okay.
That
It's
one's
not
pretty
bad. I
good.
don't know how much more I would
That's
have to
not
put
a bad
in
Sean Connery.
Can you do Michael Caine?
Masturbation.
Michael Caine. Michael
Some
Caine.
men. No, I can't.
Oh, Michael Caine.
hero that
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Master Wine.
You're the hero that Gotham
Okay, this is not. This is
Master
No one wants to hear four people trying to figure out.
Come down after dark, baby.
Yeah,
Another classic.
This is the Batcave, Master Bruce.
that's pretty
It's
close.
not bad.
That's not
It's
bad.
not bad, right?
It's not bad.
I could do Doctor Evil.
Nah, you never have done that on the
No,
podcast
never
before. We've
done it
had
before.
Dr. Evil
I know.
on
I feel
before.
bad making fun of him because he was a guest. Ian, you don't know this, but Doctor Evil came on our podcast.
No
one time.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Stavros.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Dr.
Dr.
Evil.
Evil.
Dr. Evil,
Thank
you're
you
back.
for dropping in. Yes, no problem, Adam and Stavros.
Have you been
Well, why are
harassing?
you being so rude to Nick and Ian, Dr. Evil?
I would rather talk a minimum amount if I could. Not so
Okay, you just
much.
want to sit in?
Right. right. Okay, great. So Dr. Evil's just going to sit there
Just
in the
gonna sit
corner.
down
and
and
he's,
just
hanging
hang
out.
out.
He's just hanging out.
I heard he's been harassing POCs. Dr.
Has he?
Evil. Yeah.
We already covered that.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the episode that got us our audience.
Yeah.
Much thanks.
That
to-
one.
I think so. My favorite part of that episode was the Australian retard.
Oh, yeah.
That was maybe the high watermark of the entire podcast.
I forgot about the Australian retard.
You guys had an Australian retard on the show?
Yeah, that's one of our characters. that comes
One
in.
of our many
Is the
zany
Australian
characters.
retard. Yeah.
Do you think he'll show up?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Outback Steakhouse, where there's no rules except everything has to be made out of rubber. Don't run with the scissors. I'm not allowed near the pool without my floaties on.
A water roll with fishes.
What the fuck is that?
What was that? Are you drunk?
I was trying to also be an Australian retard.
Oh boy.
Wow.
This would be a fun,
Probably
a fun,
the worst episode we've ever done.
No, that's fine. This has only been like 2 minutes. No, I mean really, this weird part. We had a bunch of other fun shit we were saying. We're also like almost at the end. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
who gives a fuck?
That's fine. You'd be a fun character to do on the show. One of those like Indian babies that was born with like an arm coming out of its head. Please help me. Please,
It's a completely visual bit. You're just doing an Indian voice and you're holding your hand up to your head.
This is I love.
sideways.
That's what I love when like Indian guys come here and then they get some bullshit job like driving for Uber or working at a bodega or whatever. And they're like, in my country, I was a doctor.
I
It's
was
like,
a
well, you should
theoretical
be
physicist.
a doctor here because
Yeah.
I mean, whenever fucked up medical shit happens, it happens in India, and they're like, yeah, this kid was born with 9 dicks on its face. And
Right.
we removed all of them, and the baby's fine now. And it's like, yeah, well, sorry, but you didn't go to, I don't know, Harvard Medical or
Florida
whatever the
State.
fuck you have to do here.
Also, I mean, come on. There's no Indians that are doctors here anyway. You know what I mean?
are there?
Cool.
They're
So
all-
if you crash this Uber,
I don't know. I
you
haven't
can
been to a
stitch me
doctor.
up.
Last
They're all
doctor I
doctors.
went to was a Chinese guy that just had a bucket of Magnum condoms in his office. Dr. Louis.
Oh yeah.
In an old office, a bunch of old ass ancient Chinese people sitting around holding their piss in cups.
My doctor's
like,
a
Keep
Ukrainian
these
guy.
folks away from the Coca-Cola, if you don't mind.
They
I
like
think we got
to
some
joke.
jokesters in here.
Damn, what a classic.
Yeah,
Is it a waiting room or a
Why
green
did that
room?
start? Where did that meet
I don't know.
Chinese?
GIs, the beauty of the American military to produce
right.
racism in World War II that has since been unparalleled. Imagine how great it must have been. It's like 1946. You just got back from the war. Every gal wants to suck your dick, and you just get a job at Warner Brothers teaching kids about the N-word.
A simpler
And that was the
time.
life you could live.
I was going through when my
like a proud
grandfather
living.
died. He was an officer in Italy after the war, like stationed for I think like 9 months after the war, and women were just throwing themselves at him because like they just wanted to leave. The country was like
Yeah.
smithereens.
And they were like, "Tell us about Auschwitz. What was it like in there?"
No, he was in the British Army. He wasn't a survivor.
I know. I was joking.
But
I was doing a joke, Adam.
Calm down, Adam.
Fucking uptight. We know it's fucking Yom
just as
Kippur.
an aside,
Relax, dude.
I my entire life had said that my other grandfather on the other side was a survivor. And then one time I was like, yeah, he left like right before it all started. And my friend was like, well, he's not a survivor then.
Yeah.
You can't just say,
Yeah,
you
he's
can't just
not.
say that anyone that didn't do it is a survivor. That
Yeah,
meant
they're right.
Technically,
Nah, he
everyone
ain't-
that didn't.
Yeah,
He ain't
and by
real.
that metric, I'm a breast cancer survivor.
You are technically.
Excuse me, bitch, but I survived breast cancer, so I'm allowed to participate in rape culture.
Yeah. So I just that.
Who isn't a feminist? I'm a breast cancer survivor, so you may want to think twice.
I'm a breast cancer never haver.
Yeah, guess who never even had breast cancer?
Anyway, so you were lying. He's not a survivor.
Yeah, I felt bad about that.
And the other one is
Oh
now-
yeah, no. So he had all these pictures. He kept all these pictures. Of the
He just
Italian
ran
women.
through these Italian whores.
Yeah, they were just like throwing themselves at him, and like you read the notes on the back. So like, I guess that's what they used to be the like a flirt move in the 40s was you give
Yeah.
a snapshot of yourself,
Right.
and then you write a note. And there was one that I was reading on the back of the photograph that was like,
Hey, I want to suck your dick.
no, it was like Barney when when you took me out. Like she was basically talking about my grandfather taking her from behind under a bridge in Italy. It's like my body aches for you, Barney. Like when you
So
took
your
me from
grandfa-
behind under the under the.
It was
He took
about
me from
them
behind
getting
on the
fucked.
Janet Colo Hill overlooking room, drinking
Yeah.
cheap Lambrusco wine. Love
So I
that
guess my
memory.
grandfather
That's
just
a
like
Sam Hyde reference, folks. Sam, who declined to come on the podcast, will not be joining us ever.
That's right.
Continue.
well, that's it.
Sorry.
So he fucked a bunch of Italian whores.
Yeah, but like these were like sexually incredibly explicit. I don't know why I brought this up.
No,
Yeah,
I
mean,
love
people
that.
fucked back then.
People fucked back then.
Can you take a picture and show it to me one time?
Of these women?
No, of the note. I want to read it.
Okay, yeah.
Damn, dude, I wish I could fuck that way. Just fuck random Italian
What,
bitches.
like a veteran did back
Yeah,
then?
dude, that-
Man, I feel bad for
He's like a 5'5" South African.
Yeah, I
man.
feel
So
bad for
what?
veterans now. They like come home
Just
from
crushing
Iraq
it.
and they just have to get married to a fat woman. And
yeah.
they all do that, man.
Yeah,
like every
I know,
fucking
yeah.
guy I know that was
Just
like
go to like
Yeah, it's
Michael's
not like
and
these
was a
are
the
veteran. They get
sexy-
married immediately to
Yeah.
5, and then they have like 10 million kids.
Yeah. And then someone accidentally steps on bubble wrap at their work, and
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
And they
lose it.
stab
Somebody
the
made
janitor.
popcorn.
They like just snap necks. They like snap like 12
Well, my
necks.
wife left me, so now I make stolen valor videos at the mall. I confront retarded kids.
Stolen valor.
Buck up and wear Call of Duty hats.
Fuck, we were just watching one that was awesome. Some guy kept
They're
saying,
all awesome.
Yeah.
There's not a single bad
but the one where the kid said he was drafted when he was 16.
and the guy's like, when was that? And he was like, 2014. Yeah, he was lying. That kid's great because he's like lying. He's like, yeah, I was in the army. They tried to make me shoot, but I couldn't do it.
No, they tried to make me a
sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Well, they tried everything. He was like, he's lying about being in the military, but then he makes himself out to be like a really shitty.
yeah,
He's like downplaying it.
yeah.
He's a liar, but he's also very humble.
It's weird. It's bizarre. I think he was just retelling the plot of a movie he saw. Is
Yeah.
what it sounded like.
Well, it's so funny when they confront people like that, where it's like they're not stealing valor. This is clearly like a person with like a mental disorder.
Yeah, no one believes him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they lie like children do. I remember my cousin one time when we were kids who used to lie all the time. But like a lot of kids lie.
Yeah.
Right.
And my cousin just, he would lie like that. Like I remember him talking to me one time when we were both in like second grade. And he's like, yeah, me and my friends were at the beach and we found a whale that was on the beach. And so me and my friends, we all carried it back to my house. And it's like, You don't live anywhere near the beach.
That's number one.
The closest beach is 300 miles from your house.
Dragging a whale through the street.
Yeah. I really don't understand how a bunch of 7-year-olds.
Yeah. Also, whales are so big.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, where's
Yeah,
the
it's
whale
like-
now? And he's like, it's above my fireplace. I'm like, the physics of that don't make any sense. How big do you think a fucking whale is?
Above my fireplace.
It's a fucking 7.5-foot whale now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kids that have PTSD lie a lot more.
Oh,
When I
really?
was- when I was teaching, a lot of kids would just all out lie about, like, say that they would
Ian
skateboard.
goes around lying about being a teacher.
Ian was raped as a
What are you
child.
teaching with PTSD, like Syrian refugee kids?
No, man, like
Just kid that got
kids that
slapped
were like
around.
abused when they were younger, and
Oh, really?
Hell
And,
yeah! Shout out to being abused. This
Hell yeah.
podcast is sponsored by Stephen Collins, the actor who played the pastor.
In Seventh Heaven.
Who raped a bunch of children.
How dare you smoke pot in this house? And cut. I'm going to be in my trailer for about 20 minutes. If there's a pair of Oshkoshes on the door handle, don't come a knocking. I'm busy in there.
Just little overalls flying out of the window.
Yeah. If there's a play school trike parked in front of my trailer,
He's like taking his
Don't
tie off,
come
putting
knocking.
it like a train conductor.
yeah.
got finger paints on his door.
Just
On his
fingers, like-
pants, there's just two red little kid finger paint prints. Right where the cock is.
They drawn a frown. They painted a finger painted a frown on his pants.
Christ.
Wow, I think we've laughed about kids getting raped on like the last 7 episodes.
Yeah, who gives a shit? It's funny. You know what my favorite? So I won't say his name because he
It's
listens.
the worst thing
He
ever.
listens to the podcast. but
Give him
there's-
$1 pacifier falls out of his wallet.
He listens to the podcast and he's a friend, so I don't want to say his name, but there's a guy we know whose girlfriend very publicly cheated on him. And he
Adam Friedland.
Yeah.
Me?
Well, his job, he used to drive the tiny train at the mall. And so I remember when this story came out about his girlfriend publicly cheating on him, just envisioning him pissed off, angrily driving that tiny train around the mall, refusing to pick up children. Just gunning it, fucking 4.5 miles per hour. I'm not in the mood for this shit today. Well, I just heard the news today. Just listen to the fucking Creed.
Just an adult man being pissed off.
Oh,
Not letting his kids
So
on.
slow.
Yeah, that was such a funny mental image for me that whole week. And then I would see him and be like, "What's up, man?"
Oh, fuck.
Oh god, that's so good.
All right, well, that'll pretty much do it. We're over an hour now, so
Great.
we might have to just release both of those as like a double whammy. I felt like that was a good run.
That was a good run. But we can talk about this.
Don't we
later.
have
We'll
one
find
banked
somebody to
from last
replace
week?
One, so we got three in the.
And we'll get one
In the
with
purse now.
Jamel next week.
Oh, that's good. That'll be a good one.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, let me just check the levels again.
Podcast
check the levels at the end of the podcast.
Well, then you go retroactively.
You do-
Yeah.
doing tech at the end of this.
Yeah. Let me just check and make sure everything sounds good. Okay, you guys. Goodbye.